Good morning, winners. This is Anthony Glenn from the Sitrep podcast, where we help you win in real estate. And today's guest is Yemaya, Benta. Me and Yemaya go back like babies and pacifiers. That's my bars for today. And for those of you who don't know, Hanford, it smells like cow. The entire town. It's the Wild Wild West out there.
She said, hello, I want to talk to you. You want to sell your property for $10?
Yes. They're like, nope, click. The mother of my children was stationed up in Lemoore.
Really?
Oh yeah, she bought a property in Hanford that she didn't use me on because she wanted to be stubborn. Juanita. All right. Good morning, winners. This is Anthony Glenn from the Sitrep podcast, where we help you win in real estate. And today's guest is Yemaya, Benta. Me and Yemaya go back like babies and pacifiers. That's my bars for today. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You know, it's been a rough morning, but I'm doing better now.
That's good. Okay, so tell us why the morning was rough.
Well, I got an alarming call this morning, but everything's okay now. You know, everybody's fine, so I'm happy.
Outstanding. Now, let's get right into it. Where are you from?
I'm from the Virgin Islands.
Okay. Where? What part?
St. Croix.
St. Croix. Yes. Okay. I actually have been to St. Croix once.
You have?
Yes.
St. Thomas is the more popular island.
Okay. All right. And what brings you to sunny Southern California?
So I got to California through my Navy career. I was stationed in Lemoore, and I moved to San Diego to be with my boyfriend.
Okay. And guess what?
What?
The mother of my children was stationed in Lemoore.
Really? Oh, she probably hates it.
Oh, yeah. She bought a property in Hanford that she didn't use me on because she wanted to be stubborn. Juanita. All right. So Hanford's a very unique area. So how long were you stationed there?
I was there for 2 years. I had 2 more years left on my enlistment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, Hanford, it smells like cow manure. the entire town. Yeah. But guess what? There is a military installation there. Mm-hmm. And yep. And there's an opportunity for what?
For veterans to buy there, you know?
Get the bag, Jack. Hey, you ain't got to stay there. You know, you have a property there.
Right.
You know, get a property there and then rent it out. And then now you have an investment property. And what did you do in the Navy?
I was a parachute rigger. So I was originally undesignated, and I struck PR.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You packing parachutes?
Packing parachutes, yes. And I actually did jump out of a plane.
I don't know if I want to, I don't know, man. These island people, man. You might say something and you be on the ground with no parachute. So fast forward, you got out of the Navy. What made you decide to get into real estate?
So growing up, I always had a friend's mom that was a broker, and she took me under her wings. I worked in her office as an intern for about 2 weeks, I think it was, and I loved it from there. So then I joined the Navy, and after that, I was like, I'm going to get into real estate somehow. So I started going to seminars and meetups, mm-hmm. and that's what got me back into real estate.
Okay. And how long have you been out of the Navy?
I've been out since 2018.
Okay. And then you've been doing real estate for how long?
I've been doing real estate. It's been about 5 years now. I started as an investor, doing wholesaling properties and trying to get into the fix and flipping. But, I mean, it's nothing like having the information. So I went to school to get my license and get more information on the business.
So Yemaya is a hustler because wholesaling is hard. She'd be like, hey, you want to sell that house? Click. Yes. You know.
A whole bunch of driving for dollars, all that, yeah.
Let's talk. A majority of wealth comes from real estate, but out of all veterans, only 13% have ever used their VA home loan entitlement. Time to boost those numbers, and we'll teach you everything that you need to know. Come and check out our free VA loan masterclass and learn how to build your wealth. What are you waiting for? Get educated, stop renting, and own a piece of the land that you defend. See you soon at RE/MAX Liberty in the plaza just off of the 76 and College Boulevard. Remember, our military service is our down payment.
So talk to us about the wholesaling. Like, can you explain what wholesaling is?
So getting into wholesaling, what I did was I started out looking at YouTube videos, driving for dollars, and I would go to meetups to find financial partners and use them to, or basically teach them how this property could benefit their financial portfolio. After that, I would assign the contract to them. I found a real estate agent to work with them and assign the contract over to the financial partner. And then I just make a profit from there.
So, and basically like the Marine version, because y'all know the IQ of the Marines is a little low. All right. I'm joking around. I'm a Marine. But essentially what wholesaling is that you find a distressed property. Okay. It's off market. It's not in the MLS. All right. Then you find an end buyer. And basically, you're the person that is an intermediator for getting that contract done. Okay, let's just say the property is the valuation is $100,000. You find a buyer that wants to buy the property for $60,000. That means that there's $40,000 of profit there. Okay, the buyer is getting a property with equity position. The wholesaler gets a commission because they put their money on top of that. And then the end buyer basically goes A to B with the actual seller. Okay, so that's essentially what wholesaling is. Man, that's a crazy field, man.
It was crazy.
This is the Wild Wild West out there.
There.
She's like, hello, I want to talk to you. You want to sell your property for $10?
Yes.
They're like, nope, click. They be like, do you really want it? Well, how about $15?
Right, I can do 15.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So the transition, so you know about the grind in regard to banging the phones then.
Oh yes, grind, everything. You know, it's like never a free time in my day. I'm always trying to do something, at least one thing a day that's real estate related, but it takes up my whole day.
Okay. And just so you guys know, wholesaling is a division of real estate, but real estate investing is not commission based. Real estate investing is actually holding a property and getting a return off of it to scale. Wholesaling is more so like a business strategy. Okay.
Right. Yeah, basically to basically generate money to get into that field, the actual investing.
Okay. And guess what? When in real estate, that's one of our divisions, wholesaling. So
Nice.
there might be an opportunity for you to build that out.
Yes, it will be.
We got breaking news. The Win in Real Estate and Sitrep podcast has released our Wire mentoring and coaching platform for real estate professionals. Ian, can you talk about the brand ambassador course?
Hey, all right, the brand ambassador course. That is a great course that we put together. All that goes through all the different little nitty-gritty details about the about the VA loan. So that way you can learn everything that you want about it. If you're a real estate professional, it puts you right in track to be able to represent these veterans to your best abilities and then make sure that they are maximizing the opportunities of that loan, as well as it gives you access to the network that we built through accredited veteran advocates to make sure that we are serving the community as best as possible.
Okay, and a cliff note of that is that if you're a real estate professional and you want to learn how to increase your VA business and get referrals from us out of our Facebook group and from all of our social media platforms, get on the brand ambassador course with the Veteran Homeowners Club. And if you're a real estate professional and you learn how to kill it in real estate, okay, or win in real estate through our mentoring and coaching program. Okay, we have our Wire Mentors where we're going to teach you guys about how to structure your business as a real estate professional to get from 6 to 8 figures. Okay, so what advice would you give your first year real estate person today?
So what advice would I give my first? I would definitely say get a mentor. I mean, I had a mentor later on, but in the beginning, I really should have leaned on a mentor that knew the business, a real estate agent or a broker just like myself, but I needed somebody that I could lean on and ask those questions to, because I started out as a solo agent. That was really hard.
Tough, yeah, That's tough. Okay, and then you started in Chula Vista. Where was your first sale? Tell us about your first client.
All right, so my first client actually was given to me by my team lead. His name is Daniel Mead. He's probably watching this, but he's also a very good friend of mine. We stayed in touch. We still talk to this day. He's thinking about getting his license, so I mean, hopefully he gets it soon. But he was my first client. So I got him from my broker. At the time, you know, I was taking him to the showings, and he would be very hesitant. So it was a little bit difficult because I had to coach him, teach him all the ins and outs of purchasing. And so we put an offer on several properties. We did not go into contract with the first one that got accepted. He changed his mind, but eventually he found a property that he really liked, and we were able to move forward from there.
And what year was that?
This was in 2020, 2021, actually 2021. And he stuck with me since then, but it was challenging. I'm not gonna lie, because it was my first deal. I leaned on my team lead and Sasha a lot, so.
That's good. Yeah. So in regard to that, a lot of people do back out on their first deal because they don't know if they're making the right decision. So many people get, enamored by the process. They don't know the benefit, right? The value. You're not buying a home, you're investing in real estate, okay? This is the quickest way to generational wealth, so you guys remember that. So looking back, when you were making those mistakes, right? Rookie agent, lost, you trying to unlock the property, you getting putting in the wrong code. It's a lot of fun. If you guys only knew how much stuff behind the scenes that happens with a real estate professional, especially in their first year. Do you remember any embarrassing things that happened to you that you wanted to share? I'll share one. I have a funny one.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear yours first.
Okay, all right. So the very first time that one of the first times that I got a client, I actually drove to the wrong house. I went to the wrong property, and then I act like I was at the right property. So the address was like, I was in San Diego. I wasn't familiar with the landscape, and it was two addresses that were the same name. One was drive and the other one was street. Now I went to the drive one, knocked on the door, and a man opened up the door with no shirt on, and he's like, my house ain't for sale. And I'm like, they told me this was the right address. I got in the car and almost cried. I wanted to drive home. But at the end of the day, I still got past that, and I got the client still. So what about yourself?
I would say my most embarrassing moment was, this was my first showing I'd ever done. So I didn't have the Sentry lock that I needed. So I got to the house. I went there 30 minutes early so that I could get ready for the client to be there. And I was actually doing a favor for another agent, like showing their clients a property. So when I got there, I realized there was a code, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get in this house?
You instantly start sweating.
I started panicking. So I called the person that gave me the client, and they told me to get a one-day code. So I called the agent that's assigned to this listing.
That would never answer the phone?
Never answer. So he didn't answer on the first time, but he answered on like the third or fourth time. And he was so upset. Like, I don't know what was wrong with him that day, but he was mad at me. He did not give me a code. He told me off, and I didn't get to show the property. So I had to let the clients know, and they were driving down from Oceanside. Oh. And this was a showing in San Diego. So that was my most embarrassing moment.
But you learn from it when you reflect back, right?
I did. I never made that mistake again. I got all the access I needed for every property.
That's good, man. And it's these experiences and stuff like that. So many things happen behind the scenes, but then, it doesn't get any easier. You just get more conditioned to doing it. Would you agree?
Yes, I definitely did get more conditioned. Now I have no problem showing properties.
That's good, man. That's good. So what would you want the people on the Sitrep podcast and the audience to know about you?
So I want people to know that real estate, it seems like a luxurious business, and it could be if you really put your effort into it. And that's what I do. So I put my effort into everything I do. I give it 110% because, I'm a Christian woman, and I believe in giving 100 in everything I do. So I just want everybody to know that this is a grind, and I don't take it lightly. And I'm going to just keep grinding.
All right, man. Well, how can people reach you?
So you can reach me on my Instagram. My Instagram is Yemaya Realty. And also I have a Facebook, Yemaya Benta. I have LinkedIn. Just Google me. You can find me on Google.
Oh, just Google. Oh, fancy. Just Google me and you'll find me on every.
No, but I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, and my name is going to be Yemaya Benta.
Awesome. Magnificent. How do you spell it?
So it's Yemaya.
Yemaya Benta coming on the ones and twos from the Sitrep podcast. This has been a magnificent podcast. Good luck and Godspeed on your future with the winning team at Remax Liberty and the Renew team joining the Justice League.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Indeed.